Welcome friends to the last week of the 5-week course of How to Be the Watcher. And before we start, after you do these 5 weeks, this is not an end to itself. What it does, hopefully, is give you a taste of how it is to be separate from our body, mind, and in this last week, we become the watcher of our emotions. This is an exercise to give you taste. And I invite you, whenever you remember, get into the space of the watcher, because that will give you freedom. Freedom from yourself, freedom from the body, mind, emotional construct we are living in. And out of my own experience, I can assure you that it is amazing. It gives you an amazing amount of freedom and joy and celebration in life. And before we start, a little quote from Osho, and then I will give you some exercise to be more available to watch your emotions and also not to be identified by them too much. Alright? Awaken your intelligence. I have told you to awaken it by watching your thoughts with awareness. If you watch the actions of the body will disappear. If you watch your racing thoughts, the thought process, then the thoughts will disappear. And if you observe your emotions closely, then the emotions will disappear. When I hate somebody, don't I at some point become aware of the fact that I'm hating? And when I love someone, don't I somehow know inside that I'm loving someone? That which is aware is behind the love and the hatred. It is your consciousness which is behind your body, thoughts and emotions, behind everything. This is why the old scriptures call neti neti, neither this nor that. So remember to be a watcher of your emotions also. Eventually you will have to come to that which is only pure seeing. That which is pure seeing has to be saved. That pure seeing is intelligence. We have called that pure seeing wisdom. We call that pure seeing consciousness. The basic quality of inner spiritual discipline is right observation. Right observations of the action of the body, of the thought process, and of the inner currents of the emotions. A person who becomes a witness after having passed through these 3 layers will reach the other shore. And to reach the other shore is to almost reach the goal. Someone who remains caught up in any of these 3 is still tied to this shore. He has not reached the goal. So, in this week, we're going to start watching our emotions. And we can do that in any moment when some emotion comes up. Love, hatred, jealousy, anger, whatever emotion comes up, you are able to observe it. It is somewhere in the body. You can see it, so to speak. And that is the first step. Now Osho gave us also a wonderful meditation, and I myself did that when I had this feeling of unworthiness. And let me first tell you what Osho told you about how to be free of your emotions. And this is the meditation I will invite you to do this week. Sit in your room, close the doors, bring your jealousy or whatever emotion you focus on at this day into focus. Watch it, see it, let it take as strong a flame as possible. Let it become a strong flame, burn into it and see what it is. And don't from the very beginning say that this is ugly, because the very idea that this is ugly will repress it, and it will not allow total expression. No opinions, just try to see the essential effect of what jealousy is, the essential effect. No interpretation, no ideologies. Forget Buddha and forget your word. Forget me. Just let the jealousy be there. Look into it. Look deeply into it. And so do it with anger. No idol. So do it with anger. So do it with sadness, hatred, possessiveness. That is my active meditation, and that's what it does. And by you will see that just by seeing through things, you start getting a transcendental feeling that you are just a witness. The identity is broken. And when I did that, when I had this feeling of intense unworthiness, I remember this meditation from Osho, and I really went into it with no judgment. Okay, I feel unworthy. I felt the pain, I felt the tears, I felt this deep heaviness. And I really went into it, I really felt it and expressed it. And after a certain amount of time, I don't remember, I was done. And well, that was the first step. And then the second thing was, the next day or a week later, I don't quite remember, this unworthiness feeling came back up. And instead of having a judgment or getting into it, the response was I just had to laugh. It was hilarious. My unworthiness was gone. And the same will go for all the other emotions. Mind you, anger is not necessarily going away by going deeply into it one time. But when it comes up next time, I have a different relationship to it. I relate different. And it's more easy for me to be the watcher of the anger. And the same goes for love. And again, out of my own experience, when I'm able to be in the space of the watcher and love, the love becomes tremendously wow. All right. I hope that gave you a little insight, and I pray that you practice this for this week. And after this week, after having the taste, please remember, as soon as you get identified with your body, with your thoughts, your emotions, I can watch it. And that watching gives you freedom. I sincerely pray that this was beneficial, and I hope you have a wonderful life. And I see you, and I see you. Thank you.